Welcome back to Disco Elysium, and last time we had a rip-roaring time talking to the station and telling them that we had indeed lost our police badge. So, it's not the best start, is it? But anyway, we're going to start interacting with a couple of things here, because we have some things to interact with. Yes, good idea. Anyway, a heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. What's up here, though? What is this? The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Oh, that's nice. I mean, they did say that they were going to not really like us around here. Is there anything else? Is it the same one? Oh, pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Alright, so let's, should we speak to this person?
The RCM in Martinez?
The young woman looks up at you. What can I help you with? You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. This street sign says fuck the police, and point to it. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there, I'm just sitting here. What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Ah, okay, so Encyclopedia is now coming up and telling us some things. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving. No, surely not. No need to worry, the lieutenant steps in. We're not saying you did. Okay, well, I didn't. She leans back, shoulders relaxing. Okay, so I'm going to say, who are you exactly? Me? I'm just a gardener. Cool to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. No, we'll just say, cool, and what are you doing here? I'm working. Working on what? I have a greenhouse in the yard there. She gestures over her shoulder. I've been trying to get some work done. But... well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Thank you. She smiles politely. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Reaction speed. Success. Oh yes. Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps useful for later. Okay, so do we need directions? I don't think we really need directions. Alright, of course I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. And we have interfacing as well. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy. Okay, one more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? I guess we're going to ask. There we go. Item gained. Yellow gloves. Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Ah, very good. She seems nice, I suppose. All right, so we have our yellow gardening gloves, and we have +1 interfacing as a result of wearing them, I suppose. And we have a bunch of other stat increases from our various pieces of gear as well, which is actually pretty nice. You are going to lose some stats from other things as well. So savoir-faire, for example, is going to be in the negative, or at least by 1. And we can technically wear these right now. Should we wear these right now? That looks ridiculous, and I like it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so let's probably go and check out what's going on with the body. We should probably do that straight off, shouldn't we? So where is that? Indeed, that is in the back garden. I think it's over this way. Must be over here somewhere. Oh, hello, there's a kid. Oh, and okay, we really do need to get that kid out the way. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Okay, so I'm going to get this person out the way.
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Conceptualization. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, never gumpy Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Okay, so apparently there's 2 of them, okay. Hey kid, a word, police business, or shall we just say a moment of your time, please? Probably not a good idea to say that we're police immediately, so let's just say a moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig! She's coming up strong! Throwing rocks!
Okay, already knows that we're a police officer, great. Electrochemistry. Shit coming up strong, that sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Ah, that implies that he does know. That does imply that he does know, because a rake is for gardening, so he must know what it is. Anyway, Kim, what should we do? Are you kid siblings? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you. Okay, so should we just ask... I'm gonna assume that they are siblings, so I'm just gonna say, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got!
Hand-eye coordination. The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. The body? What do you know about it? I guess. Shitload, pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Reaction speed. This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions, like a cop. Okay, this is not going to lead anywhere in my opinion, but we're going to go and we're going to ask, have you seen anyone suspicious? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the... I have no idea how to say that, so I guess it's some kind of derogatory thing. Anyway, do you know who he was? Kuno's fuck gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice. I'm sure he does. Drama. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. Ah. Okay, so we're going to poke him. We're going to poke the bear. So you don't know anything. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popophone. The popophone, shall we say. Yes. Do you know how it got up there? Yes, I am... okay. Yeah, I'm just blown away by the absolutely wonderful writing here, because it's basically just so poignant with every single character. It makes every single character so incredibly unique. Okay, so do you know how it got up there? Probably climbed? Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down, so you didn't see it happening. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revocol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Oh, okay, where did you go then? I don't know, some fucking... He looks around, trying to come up with something. Mesk, or, I don't know, some other place, Night City? Kuno was in fucking Night City. Well, there is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. That's a fictional city name. Shall we, actually, you know what? I'm going to say, where is Night City? Because I want him to dig his own grave, not literally. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. He draws snot up his nose. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Logic. Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list. Alright, let's talk about something else then. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Okay, so I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno. About the crime scene you kids often play in this yard? Yeah, okay, let's ask about the crime scene. Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Okay, well, apparently that's it. I guess, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Okay, so at least we know that he didn't do it. I mean, we kind of knew that already, let's face it. And let's just go and interact with this thing. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Revocol. Okay, well, good to know. Alright, so let's just see what this is first, and then we'll go and climb up the tree and see if we can get the guy down. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. That's the gardener, of course. And let's see what's this. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. Alright, so we could technically get up there if we... It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Okay, so technically what we could do is we could ask Kuno to maybe go up there? I don't know. I don't really want to do that just yet. Anyway. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils. Right, so this is never going to happen. We have a very low endurance, so I'm never going to be able to do this. And, God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Oh yeah, by the way, technically I could try this. I mean, I have a 3% chance of doing it. But the thing is that I don't know whether it's going to give me some kind of detrimental effect, some kind of negative effect to my character, and that's the main reason why I was not trying these conversation options in the previous episode. I know someone actually said, why aren't you trying all the options? That's the point. I don't know whether there's going to be a negative effect, and if there is a negative effect, it's probably going to be a pretty bad one if I fail a 3% chance. That's the main reason why I haven't been trying those things. But the cool thing is, if you go to the Steam store page and buy this game, then you can try these conversation options yourself, which is really, really cool. That's the great thing about RPGs, the ability for the player to directly influence how the game progresses. I think that's really, really cool. So that's a definite idea. You know, pick up the game, support the developers and their amazing job that they've done here. It's just really, really good. And there's a link in the description, by the way, if you want to check it out. Anyway, God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Kuno. Okay, well, apparently we have to try this option now. Nope. I thought we were gonna fail, but oh well. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. We could try to walk away, or we could just let it out. Let's try to walk away. Nope, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. We're just gonna have to throw it all up. Oh yes, throw it all up. Ah, nice. Nice sound effects. Too late, it's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. Alright, perception was a success though. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool, among it distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab. Fucking corpse. The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it, he says. Thanks. Wipe your mouth. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. Ah, you think ammonia would help? Wait a minute, didn't we hear something about ammonia? You think ammonia would help? If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. But not you? I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you. Alright, that's our endurance check. Okay, so where do we get ammonia from? That young woman, the gardener. Yes, exactly. I thought so. I thought we heard about that. So that's really good. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fritter store nearby. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Ooh, nice. Okay. That sounds good to me. So we are going to go and speak to the gardener and see if we can maybe borrow some salts from her. And let's actually just have a look-see in our items here. So we have the empty cassette case, and we also have the lieutenant's handkerchief. That's not really going to do anything for us in terms of stats. Nothing that we can interact with either. That's fine. Not a big problem. So let's continue onward, and we'll just go and speak to the gardener. I wondered why we didn't ask for the salts, to be honest.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some. Sure, I'm done with them. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Alright. Well, go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Okay, so at least we now have this. And technically we will... well, we're not going to use it just yet, because I think we should probably get a little bit closer to the body first, just in case it has some kind of duration, because I don't really want to use it and then it runs out before I can get a chance to use it. Oh, what's this? We've just discovered something on the floor here. There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Okay, so visual calculus is a 72% chance, so we should probably try it. Yeah, we did it. There we go. Maybe more than 12? No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Look at that. We've also placed some markers down as well. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? Wait, which is it? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. Okay, let's count some more. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. Okay, wait a minute. Standard work boot, number 44. We've had 2 of those so far. An aberration, light as air, even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Male or female? Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. Ah. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. Alright, the glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. That's the guy. That's the guy, because he has obviously, or they, it could be a woman, who knows? But, yeah, anyway, they have been carrying the body, and that has obviously made their weight exceed 200 kilograms. I would assume that that's the case, at least. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes movements. Okay, 8. 400 million. Should I? Nah, he gave us his handkerchief. I'm not gonna be you know, mischievous fellow. So let's just say 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. The same guys are going back and forth. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia? He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? Alright, so I see the 200 kilogram imprint. That is the one that is off. Also, one sole is smoother than the other. That might be a bit of a thing as well, but we'll see. I personally feel like the heavy one. 200? He thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other, who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man. Yes, thank you very much, Kim. That's exactly what I thought. Very good. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. One of them was carrying him over. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Possibly, yes. The lieutenant marked something down in his notebook. But why? You're thinking, why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching, or maybe the victim wasn't conscious. Personally, I feel like the victim was probably not conscious, so I'm going to say that. Even easier to carry on a stretcher or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Well, apparently that might not be it then, because it hasn't given us any kind of advancement, but I guess we should just go through all of these, and we'll see. One sole is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole. Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor? He thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. He raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Well, as I don't drive in real life, I would not know that. But that is actually very interesting. If only I had come up with that idea. He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam, see whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Yeah, okay, sure. Yes, prudent. The lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. Okay, so let's do the light step. I personally don't think anything's really going to happen with the light step, but knowing me, it's probably going to be the one that is actually the killer. A woman or a kid? I'm gonna say woman. Okay, how do you know? He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait. Okay, well, I'm just saying random things while looking at holes in the mud. I have no idea where any of this is coming from. That is actually kind of true. I mean, I don't. Anything else? How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. A week? Okay. It is not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revocol, 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. Okay, so now we have the additional option to say, what do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. That's actually true. Huh, very interesting. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy, says our logic. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. Either way, he concludes, what else? Well, we've been through all of it. Right, okay, so now we should probably hold down tab and have a look-see at anything else that we want to take a look at. There is another kid over there. There is something yellow over there. That's probably something we do want to interact with. Let's actually just see what this is first, though. Ah, nice. Okay, we got a healing item. We got some magnesium. Very nice. That's going to help our morale, as you can see right there. That's pretty cool. And what else do we have here? What is this? This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years, so it's rusted. Okay. Can we get him down somehow? I would like to be able to get him down somehow. Oh yes, we need to get him down with the salts. I almost forgot about that. Okay, so let us... Can I eat this? Drink this? No, doesn't seem like I can actually do that just yet. So maybe I can... Nope, doesn't seem like I can do that. So I might just be able to do this. Yeah, there we go. There he is still, looking right through you with his wide eyes. Okay, let's do it. He's gonna drink. Okay, he's now being sick because of that. Great. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once, the second time not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Spit and say nothing. Are you okay, officer? You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. Heavy, rhythmic pats. You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Okay, I'm just gonna say, why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats on your back again. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. There's a pause. A white lie. Ooh. Okay. Oh, he gave us a bit of a lie there. Okay. Not being hungover helps too. Right. Can't we do it without... no, I want to solve something else. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, he withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. Okay, well, but my shit already is together. No, it's not, officer. Alright, fine. I'll say okay. Alright, thought gained. Volumetric shit compressor. I have no idea what that is, but I guess we're going to have a look-see in just a second. We should go talk to the locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right menu and equip it. Okay. Give it half an hour, get yourself together, then come back and have another go. Alright, sure, let's try it then. Okay, so the thought, and this is what I looked at previously in the previous episode. So the volumetric shit compressor, what is this? Your shit is a part, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that will help. Okay, so let's internalize this. and can we internalize this as well? Research time. Okay, so this is basically research. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, so I actually understand that now. Fantastic. Okay, so let's do that. It's going to take 30 minutes for us to investigate other things, which I actually very much like to do. So let's see if we can go through this door here. If this is even a door. Can I not interact with this? I can. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Okay, so I have a 58% chance to do this. We did it! Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. Pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door. Exactly, I thought it was. I mean, come on. It must be. And we gain some experience. What is this, then? A tool shed? He peeks inside. Let's investigate. Alright, let's indeed. Let's indeed. Go, go, go. I would like to see what is in there. Ah, you know, this game. It is just amazing. Okay, is that? That's Kim right there. Okay, so let's just move on and let's have a look. See here. Okay, so there is something that is of very much importance, but we are going to take a look at some of the other things first. An empty tube of what is that? Magna Solum magnesium equipment. Okay, great. Good to know. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. What is this? Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. Rhetoric. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. Okay. Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. Yeah, let's say that. Perhaps not? He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use. Okay, so we're not going to be picking that up. The poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. Okay, well, that's good to know. A cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Alright. So, did we actually pick up anything there? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, anything else that I want to go and have a look-see here? Yeah, we need to equip and complete the shit compressor. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a huge world as this. Maybe you'll just stumble across it. Yeah, okay. Interview the cafeteria manager. Yeah, okay. Do I not have... I'm actually kind of surprised I don't have my other shoe, because I thought I did have it. Because someone actually told me in the comments that my shoe is in my inventory, but you can quite clearly see that I don't have the shoe in my inventory, so... No idea what's going on with that, but I guess you should definitely check this game out, because you will probably be 10 times the better detective than I am. But here's the thing. I love this game, and I don't really care how bad or how good I actually am at it. I just really love playing it. It just has so much, I don't know, just so much gravitas. It just has like a huge thing just drawing me in. It's just so crazy. Okay, so let's just continue to have a look-see around here. Oh, I also did not take a look at the yellow thing inside, did I? That is not particularly good. Okay, so technically we could go up there. Okay, so I'm just going to run back because I would like to go and investigate the yellow thing in the compartment here that I forgot to do. So that's great. And as you can see, most people settle for bed at around 9. So that's interesting. Okay, so what's this? Magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy, magnesium-rich life. Okay, good to know. So let's see what this is. Because usually yellow objects tend to have important things inside them. So there you go. Money. Good enough. And that means we can go up the ladder now. Red checks can be tried only once. Failed white checks can be retried by increasing the relevant skill. Interesting. Okay, so I think I'm actually pretty close to leveling up relatively soon. Oh, well, I think I'm about 50% of the way there, I think. And hopefully once we continue to find some things, we will be able to level up and then get some additional skills. I think maybe I should get some more health, maybe, but I'm not really a fighter. So it might not make the most sense to get health. This doorway is going to collapse soon. Okay, well, let's run through there very quickly then. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. What's this? Postcard. Right. Does that actually do anything for us? This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infested slum. Right. Okay, well, that's great. Okay, is there any... Can I go on the roof here? No, I can't go on the roof here, so we will just continue over in this direction. And I believe we can go up here. Yes, we can. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Oh, nice. More healing items. Very nice indeed. I could definitely use those. And I'd like to get down there if at all possible. Ah, hello. We've got some more things on the floor here. Got some more money. I can't believe I'm actually scavenging money right now. Seems to be the only way I can get cash. Okay, so what else? Can I get here somehow? Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun. It's a cop's cloak. Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. Okay, let's do it. Oh dear, we failed, I think. We're gonna hurt ourselves badly here. Or we can't do it? Holy wow, that's high. You'd have to be a total madman to jump. This is certain death. Morale is now critical because we failed that check, even though I thought we could pretty much easily do it. Oh well. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? Okay, well, I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees, I'm quitting. I'm done. No one even likes cops. Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred, he says with a sad half-smile. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. And there you go. That's it. That's it, because literally I didn't take my morale booster, and I believe that gave me a supreme game over. And as you can see here, cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions. And anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean Vicamare, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Mac Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all." And there you go. That's basically it. If you fail at one of those and you don't take your healing medicine in time, then that's not going to really work out too well for you. But that's actually pretty cool. It actually showed us a little bit of the game over, the way the game over actually works in Disco Elysium. I think that's really cool. Otherwise, we're just going to load a new, well, not load a new game, but we're just going to load an autosave. Alright, so here we are again, and this is where my autosave was, and we're just going to be looting this health item once again, and yeah, so basically what I can do is I can click on this, and that will restore my morale. So if I do take a hit of morale, then it will basically prevent me from having a game over. I was not aware of that, and I don't think it actually explained that to me, so it is just one of those things that you're just going to have to learn as you go forward, and thankfully the autosave was really very decent. There's a decent location for it. So we've already read all of this, so I'm just going to say this once again, and should I go for it? Let's go for it. I made it this time. Okay, phew. That was nice. Let's go. Oh, okay. That is actually a pretty big jump. That is actually a pretty big jump. Okay, close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you, or continue the voyage through the salty air. Let's do that. There we go. He made it. I can't believe it. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. And we gained 5 experience. You know what? I want 500 experience for that, because we basically almost died. Oh well, never mind. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. Okay, so now... and Kim just literally climbed down. Are you serious? We could have easily climbed down ourselves as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our cloak here then. Right, so we've gained this. Can we... Yeah, there we go. We can actually put it on. But what does this give me? Oh, this is nice. Okay, it gives me +1 shivers. Raises the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Physique base +2. Right. Sure, why not? I mean, it's a plus, so I guess, know thy neighborhood. I guess it's good, why not? And we look a little bit cooler now, as well. What's this? Collecting rainwater. There's actually a door there as well, but I'd like to see exactly what's going on over here before we decide to go into any other zones. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner, that's where we were drinking. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Okay, so we were apparently drinking and smoking in this area. Night Watchman's booth. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud. Kim, I'm going to take a quick look inside. Search the booth. If you must. The lieutenant looks around. But please hurry. We're pretty easy to spot up here. Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Take the picture. Okay, so we gained a photo of a happy couple. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera. Why did you take that? The lieutenant asks, glancing at the photo. Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing. Yeah. Why not? Fine, he nods, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here. So now, here's the thing. The reason why I'm not really choosing other options is literally just because, personally, I'm trying to be a decent cop, with the exception of me absolutely almost dying and falling off the edge right there. So yeah, I'm trying to be a decent cop for the most part. All around you, great machines in quiescence. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, but I'm trying to be a decent cop, with the exception of obviously losing my badge, losing my gun and all that stuff, but that wasn't really my fault. That was, you know, my character's fault. Anyway, white pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Okay, let's continue to look around here. Wow, this is a massive area. What is this? A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Aloma and Etandre are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Okay, so Aloma is on, Etandre is off. Okay, press this then. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. This is actually good for us, no? Because then we can use it to walk ahead? Or is it, or am I actually blocking off the route right now? Because if I'm blocking off the route, that would not be too good, would it? That really wouldn't be too good. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Well, understood. Let's get back to the panel. The rusty panel grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished. A faint smell of burning rubber reaches your nostrils. A short circuit. I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. He looks at the crate. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying. Alright, let's leave. Well, I was hoping that it might give us an alternate route somewhere. Maybe it would give us like a shortcut or something like that. Or, it's actually put it down, so maybe we can open the doors and see what's inside. That might be pretty cool. Getting some more health. That's always nice. And as I say, if you were to take another character build, you would probably be in a much better situation to avoid those game over states. Because if I had taken the psychologist one, the one that is all to do with thinking, charisma a little bit more, and I hadn't taken the thinker one, the intelligence one, then I'd had to have like 5 morale instead of just 1, so I would have been able to survive that failure beforehand. So that's a pretty cool thing to take into account. Anyway, let's have a look here. Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many, in the yard. Kim, I think there's something about this container. You do? Because I don't. What? Why not? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? It was hanging from the crane. You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We're not here to interact with containers. We're here to talk to the Union, right? Open the door. You attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The door seemed to be mechanically locked. Let's knock. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. It doesn't sound like there's anything inside it. Oh, I was actually really hoping that there would be something inside it. Maybe there is, but maybe it's just, well, not interactable right now, maybe. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. The speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. Well, certainly not. There is something over here, though, that we want to interact with. Probably some coins or something. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Really? Can I not interact with this? I guess that was the thing that I was interacting with beforehand. Okay. What's this, then? Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Ah, hello. There is actually a person here.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubi Sunt on Mundi. No idea.
Container, used to be well pines. Container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow, white waves on red. Okay, yeah, I don't really want to bother him, so I'm just going to continue onward here. Oh, we're going through. And, look at that. Sleeping heals all of your health and morale, so that's actually pretty nice. But it seems like if I am going to fail a check that is morale-based, or if I'm going to fail a check in general, I might very well end up just blatantly losing, just straight up. So it seems like my build is probably one of the hardest builds that you can play with, especially for morale checks. So yeah, there's something to think about there. Alright, so let's see what else is... Ah, hello there. This is the boss man, by the looks of things. Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. Is he 200 kilograms? He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk. Aha, so our name is Mr. Dubois, but we don't know our first name.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debargeurs Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair. Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? Is that because it's me?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner as equals. Take a seat, I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions, one of which is that I will not engage any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter. You're no titan of volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave. Unfortunate that we failed this.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Remain serious. Remain serious, I suppose.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarges Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Ooh, pain threshold. Yeah, okay, so we are having some problems right here. I'm actually going to take one of my healing items because I will lose and indeed die if I take some more damage. The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Garte. Some people have no manners. It pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again. Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it. Okay, so take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it. I'm good. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. Okay, I will say thank you.
Don't mention it, but also don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun. Lost gun. Lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. My morale is critical, so I will wait and... should I even bother waiting? No, I'm just going to use it and restore myself. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said don't worry, he actually meant be very worried. I would appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Well, don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. Yes. Well, we have a composure here, but it is an extremely low chance. It's never going to work because we have, as you can see right here, -2 took the novelty check. Actually, -1 took the novelty check, so I shouldn't have taken the novelty check. And -2, the chair is killing you. So if I had more volition, which the psychologist, psychic kind of guy would have had more volition and probably would have been able to avoid sitting in the chair. And I would have probably been able to do composure, but I'm going to turn to Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I'm going to lose. God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it. No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, You don't look so good.
Damage morale. And we're done. We're done. I have no more morale healing. I have no more morale healing. So that is it. That is absolutely it. There's nothing else I can do. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I will actually be creating a new character and we'll be playing with a different build and we'll see how that goes. And I'm not going to be starting all the way from the beginning because you've already seen all of that, but I'm going to get back to where we are basically when we're exploring the harbor and things like that. Maybe if there's anything different, then I'll of course record that. But otherwise, if you want to see more, then by all means let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it myself because I'm really loving this game and I'll be playing it by myself even if I don't record it. So otherwise, if you'd like to check out the game, there's a link in the description. It comes out October 15th, I believe. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching and I will see you next time.